It's an interesting concept that during our sleep, we're not in control of our own movements. Have you realized that? See, we're like people who are bound with ropes. But when we wake up, we feel released. We're again in control of our movements and we can get out of bed. But until that moment, we're tied. It's interesting. Now, in a deeper sense, there are people who are tied hand and foot in a variety of ways. For instance, one may find oneself enmeshed in economic difficulty or bound by financial obligation. One may find oneself a prisoner of circumstances. There are many ways to be bound up in life. Worse still, however, a person may be a captive of his own habits and inclination, and so they lose control over their actions. How is that? Why would anybody lose control of their actions and be bound hand and foot in these habits or inclinations? There is a way to release that. Think deeply about those actions. Now, some of those are difficult, or at least we should say challenging. An alcoholic, for instance, or drug addict. Some of these people have a disease, and the symptoms that show for these people need medical attention or often professional attention. But for others who are not so far gone into the addictions, but yet the inclinations or the habits that have them timed down and keep them hand and foot continuously tied, why wouldn't they release those? So if you think about it, if you think of the greatness of being released and being awake at all times and being in charge of what you want to do, this is an incentive for you to be able to wake up. Wake up and be whatever you wish to be. Wake up and do whatever you wish to do. Don't ever be a prisoner of your own inclinations or habits. You should be in control of them, not a servant to them, and certainly not under the influence of those habits that are detrimental to you. So why not pay attention to that and choose the path of freedom and decide for yourself what you want to do? And you can do it anytime you wish.
If you like what you've heard, please let us know by leaving a comment below. We would really appreciate if you would be kind enough to like, share, and even subscribe. Feel free to follow us on Facebook.